Hello YouTube, it's me. Today we're gonna do a video around the topics of bisexuals, pansexuals, and furries. Because I've met a lot of bisexual furries in my life. So, to start off with furries, I have grown a brand new hate for furries. Now, it's not necessarily hate, as I will go online. I will not go online and hate on furries for no reason. I mean, I don't really have a reason to hate on them, but I hate them because of the fact that they're abnormal in such a way that I look normal compared to them. And trust me, if you personally know me, like Denise, Lily, Steven, Clayton, Bobby, Mark, that one kid that was obsessed with Mark. I don't know this kid. Was always talking to Mark when I was there. He was a new kid. I think you saw my videos. And pretty much everybody in the school that I go to now. I'm a pretty weird person, but with furries compared to them, I look like your average Joe. Now that's pretty bad, but yeah, in my absolute WTF video, I talked to a furry personally. I wanted to see what their culture was like. I guess you could say culture, but yeah, I guess it's like friendly, clean RP. And RP stands for role play, and I know that because I'm on the internet a lot. So, I decided, yeah, sure, whatever. Curious, and let me tell you, curiosity kills the cat. It really does. But, yeah, I'll spare you some of the details on that, but, my main problem with roleplay with furries is the fact they have something they call a lick, where you lick somebody on a certain spot and it means something. Now, let me tell you, when furries say they aren't sexual, that is a complete, and I mean a complete lie. That's not even like me exaggerating. It is a complete lie. They are sexual. Everywhere I go on the internet, I see somebody bringing up the lick. You lick on the stomach, I'm ready, or something like that. Lick on the neck, I'm ready, I don't know. You lick on the tail, let's be me. It's all freaking weird. They are sexualized in such a way that only they understand it. Now since I'm weird, I partially understand their culture. I understand why they would do it, how they became a furry, why they did. It's all to do with the teenage them when their hormones are just starting, and yeah, there you go. Hormones are starting, they see anthropomorphic animals, and they like that, apparently, and then eventually it gets the furries. I don't know. Teenage girls or boys, plus animated movies like Disney and stuff like that with furries, pretty much like Zootopia or something like that, equals furries. Pretty much. That's the simple equation. Now, that's me being clean. I don't want to live with furries. Now, personally, sorry, that wasn't an actual fart. I have a machine going on. It's funny because of the fart, but, here's cars in the background, a Gerald, yeah, just ignore it. I have no control of what they do. Now, not to get on the bisexual part. Now, pansexuals and bisexuals irritate me. Now, reason why is the fact that you cannot love both genders. You love one, or you don't love, but you're more attracted to one, okay? Being bisexual or pansexual is physically impossible. Now you might be like, what about mentally impossible? It's mentally impossible, because by physical, I mean hormones inside of your body. Now, It's similar to the way that how you're gay or lesbian. You don't have the proper hormones as you're supposed to inside of your body, which cause the attraction to the gender that you are. So if you're a girl and you have boy hormones, you're more likely to be a lesbian, unless if somehow you train yourself not to be attracted to women, which is impossible because the hormones won't allow that. Now, bisexuals and pansexuals are just people that can't freaking decide. And whatever they say that they like both genders, that is a lie, because they have a preference for one particular gender. Yeah. It irritates me so freaking much, because I say, most of them will reply, there is a hormone that normally remains dormant, and sometimes it's active, and it allows people to like both genders. Impossible, because I've done my research, I've done tiny experiments online with random people on the internet that might not be telling the truth, but most of them are, because I know the internet, and most of the things that people actually say on the internet, more like 60% of the time they are actually correct, while the other percent incorrect. Woo! Going smoothly. Now, getting to the point that really makes me angry. Really makes me angry. Literally last night, I was on the internet, on YouTube, just in the comments of some video, I forgot, maybe Nerf War video, and this dude said, hey, you know what? Bisexual? Anyone? And I don't know if it was a dude or girl, but I can't tell. It's YouTube. You can't tell who's who and what's a gender and what's what. You can't tell because most people that comment on videos don't have any videos of themselves. Unlike me. But I sat there arguing with this one person. And I said, like, here's the first thing I said. Okay, really? He was actually pansexual and not bisexual. I said pansexual, really. You're pansexual. Sorry, had tea. Makes me gassy. But, I said, you're really a pansexual? I mean, I've told people this before. Decide on one gender. They said that it helped slightly with them. And this dude replies, it's people like you that are going to destroy our society. You Christian beep. By beep, I mean F word, because I'm not allowed to cuss anymore. Even though cussing is a slight outlet for my anger issues. And if you can't tell, I have anger issues. Especially when it comes to people on the internet, because most of the time, they might know what they're talking about, but there's still a 40% chance of them not knowing. Now, he said, people like you are going to destroy the society. Now, I don't know what he specifically meant by this, but he didn't explain it at all. Now, I can see slightly how this could destroy the society, but yet, it can't. It's physically or mentally impossible. Even on the internet, it's impossible for people like me trying to stop pansexuality and bisexuality, trying to stop that, or at least lower it slightly. I don't see how that's going to destroy the society. I really don't see it. Now, they might revolt and say, hey, it's up to us, but I'm putting, or at least trying to put a stop to that. Because it is literally irritating to think that people really think that they like both genders. There is no hormone inside of the body that allows you to like both genders. There is either female hormones or male hormones. Now, either one type of hormone is more dominant than the other. Like me, for example. Everybody has female and male hormones. One set of hormone is more dominant than the other. So let's say, for my little brother example, he still has some female and male hormones, but the male hormone is much more dominant than the female, so there's more male hormones causing him to be attracted to women. Bippity boppity boop! The end, that's it! You don't like both genders, you don't! I've done this, I researched this, I've experimented. Most people actually say they prefer either female or male, even when they're pansexual, and pansexual means you don't care at all which gender you're dating. You don't care with pansexuality. You're not supposed to. The definition of pansexuality, or pretty much the easy definition, is bisexuality, but you don't care. With bisexuality, you have a preference. Ugh, it's so irritating. You like one gender, that's it. I've done the science, I've done it, I researched it, I spent literally 2 hours on Google, Wikipedia, and things like that, also looking up in definition books, an old one at that, but still, definition book, and I found slight definitions, slightly modified definitions to the internet ones, well, internet ones modified from that, whatever, modified definitions to each, but they both come out the same in the end, okay? Pansexuality, you don't care what gender you're dating, you don't care. Bisexuality, you date both genders, but you have a preference. The end. Now, this dude said, you Christian F-word, and then I replied, okay, how am I gonna, first off, how am I gonna destroy the society? And then, second off, I'm agnostic, okay? And, okay, if you don't know what agnostic is, it is pretty much somebody that's hasn't really decided yet on which faith to believe in. So, I'm confused. I don't know if there's a higher power, higher being than me. I don't know. So, I'm going to remain agnostic for a very long time until I am convinced, at least convinced by one miracle. And that miracle could be me getting away from my mother. That could be a miracle. And then I will bow down to God and say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? It is a hope that I get rid of my mother. I'm not going to murder her. I'm not going to kill myself until I am literally driven to the point of insanity again. The last time I went insane, I was screaming my face off. Like, I was screaming. I was crying. I was laughing. It was a terrible feeling. You have anger, laughter. You feel happy, angry, sad, every emotion ever mixed up. And you're excited and all that. Then you're sad. Then you're happy. It changes. You laugh, you cry, you laugh, and you cry. It's all over the place, okay? Until I'm driven to the point of insanity, I'm not going to do anything stupid, okay? Now, getting back on track. This dude replied to me being agnostic. He did not go on the society part, as I said earlier. He replied that you can't be agnostic. You can't. It's physically impossible, and mentally. And I sat there thinking, no, it's possible, because it's not like being bisexual. He said it was like being bisexual. You can't decide. Well, you don't want to decide. Now, being bisexual and pansexual is just somebody confused. But with agnostic, it's pretty much the same thing, but it's with religion, not sexuality. Okay, now, this dude clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. He didn't know, and eventually, I just gave up because he went